Good evening. Good evening tonight. I am Jager, and joined with my co-cast tonight is Meff. And we have in production just Jazz. So welcome all tonight, and welcome to CappingTV, your premier casting organisation in the Oceania region. So, tonight we're off with the high-level game of Psychology Majors versus Hungry Ate All Day, commonly known as the Bonk team. Now, it's a pretty intense game because we know that these are the top. Look at
Alright, well, Jaeger's mic died. Hello, everybody. This is Just Jazz. Joined with me tonight is Meff on his first ever cast. Meff, how are you tonight, man?
I'm excellent.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, so we've got Psychology Majors versus Hungry I Eat All Day. These are two teams in the high division for ozfortress. These actually been two pretty good teams this season as well. Hungry I Eat All Day, a bunch of players who have been around the scene for quite a while, and also Psychology Majors who have been around the Asia Fortress scene for a little bit and are doing their best to show ozfortress what's up. And welcome back, Jaeger.
Sorry guys, my internet just decided to die.
Sounds like it's dying again, Jaeger, I must say. So we'll get to rosters in just a second. Meff, can you run us down the rosters for Hungry I Eat All Day?
We got Bread and Shooter on Scouts, Samson and Figgy on Soldiers, Bonk on Demo, and Michael on Medic.
And Jaeger, you back yet?
I am back, guys.
He's good. Bring us
Awesome.
Tell us the rosters for Psychology Majors today, man.
So tonight we'll do Steffi on Scouts, Smiley on Roma, Johnny, also known by 2345Y, on Pocket Soldier, Lurl on Medic, and the legendary, Lurl on Demo and the legendary Slayer Medic. So I'm looking forward to tonight because these are some strong, strong teams. Now, the Bonk team, it's been around for a long time. Hungry Eat All Day. It's been around for multiple seasons now, but the Psychology Majors has only been around for almost 2 seasons now, if I recall correctly. So it's really a battle of the new and the old, especially with the ancient names of Shooter and Figgy and even Michael on the team.
Jaeger, you're on this team, right? What can you lend us some insight into Psychology Majors?
Well, Psychology Majors comes mostly from the Asia Fortress community, and so they focus their play mainly around the kind of the traditional tenets of Asia Fortress, which is strong DM, aggressive play style, and, well, just plus 40 the enemy team. It's quite a contrast actually between what we see with the with the Bonk team, where we have a slower, more methodical playstyle. We like to think what they're doing and decide before committing to any fights. So it really will be a clash of the titans and the clash of the playstyles between these two. I just hope that we get to see some aggressive, fun, fast TF2 tonight. Meff, are you looking forward to this game?
Looking forward to watching Samson beef.
So if I understand it correctly, Samson's actually moved away from what was originally he was on Pocket Scout over to Soldier again, which has been interesting. Having hadn't screened this team in a long time, I'm wondering if maybe Samson wasn't performing well enough on Soldier or on Scout.
Yeah, he got kicked off Scout, I think.
Meff, you've played on with Samson before, haven't you?
Yeah, it's a fun time.
What was that like, man? What was the Soldier like? Can you give us some insight into that?
It's a pretty emo player, I think. Like, pretty prone to tilt.
So you're kind of concerned almost there will be some tilt from the Samson and things at all. Do you think that's kind of impact on the team at all? Like, have you had much to do with Bonk, Michael, Figgy, and all those
I don't
guys?
think he'll tilt the team. Like, just himself, he will tilt, I think. He gets
Oh,
owned.
That's something to worry about, especially with the powerhouse scouts we have on the side of psychology majors like Sir9 and Sezi. Some truly phenomenal aimers.
Bread and shooter are just as good.
Well, that's the hope. That's the hope we'll see tonight. But we will see. Hopefully, it's just a close game. Do you have any map predictions at all? Because we're moving into product and process, the two P's tonight.
I think the Bonk team will win product, like 3-0 maybe. Then it might be a lot closer on the other map process.
I would have gone almost the opposite. I'd have thought that it would be a 3-1 win to psychology majors on product, while a probably 4-5, I want to say, to psychology majors, but I reckon it'll be a very close game for process. I just think the DM-centric playstyle will really come out on product. That'll be something to look forward to.
They are on like 100 ping though. I think it'll be pretty difficult. Product.
That's fair enough. We'll have to see if the ping does affect Jinx. Now, we still haven't got string just yet, so we're still waiting on that, but we're hoping that will come through soon and we'll start moving on into the game. So, yeah, which will be pretty interesting. How do you think have you had any time to kind of think about how Bonk or anything plays? Like, do you really think he's a powerhouse of the team, or what kind of demo does he play? You've got some demo insights into.
Yeah, he plays like a bit of a 5 ping player. He's like a bit retarded, and he just like runs around and just shoots and just like hits everything because he's on 5 ping.
So do you really think just he abuses the fact he has that ping that means he can just get away with whatever he wants?
Yeah, it's like tries to hit everything.
Well, it's quite interesting because that's a really big contrast between how Lurl traditionally plays. Now, Lurl's been around for a long time in the Asia Fortress, well, a relatively long time in the Asia Fortress scene, and he's been like all the way at the top, actually beating the iShao team at LAN, the Fort LAN that we had not too long ago. Phenomenal LAN that. Now, he plays completely differently from how Bonk seems to play. He plays a super passive style, just supporting his team, trying to stay out of fights, and trying to stay out of the front of fights, just taking less heals. And that'll be a really interesting contrast between like the super aggressive, tanky demo styles and the more passive, scout-focused team play that you see in psychology majors.
Yeah, I think it's much more viable to play that way when you have 100 ping.
Have you seen? Do you know at all who's the main caller for for Hungry or Eagle Day?
I don't know. I think it's like a bit of a like they just bounce off each other, you know. Like
Yeah,
everyone calls a bit.
Of them.
Michael calls a lot. I know that.
I mean, Michael's been around for a very, very long time, actually. He's one of the QuickSelect admins, if I remember correctly. It's quite an awesome service that QuickSelect provides. He's been around. He's bounced around a fair bit of Prem, hasn't he, in his time as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just. So, I mean, it'll be quite interesting things. Quite interesting, because we've also got Slayer, who's a lesser-known Asia Fortress medic who's subbing in tonight. Well, actually, he's core at the moment. I'm subbing in.
Why'd you get cut?
I didn't get cut, mate. I couldn't play grand finals.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, we had expectations. But I mean, they had the Quid medic as well on the list in the Warzone page, so it's interesting to see how they've shifted away. Because at one point they had Ori playing medic, and now they've got Michael, and they had, well, they supposedly have Quid as well, so it's interesting how they're shifting medics around. Do you think that's going to have an impact tonight at all? Just the constant shift
I think Michael on medic's going to be quite a bit better than Ozai or Ori or Quid. He's quite an experienced player.
I mean, that's right. Just looking at his Warzone page, he's just played for team after team after team. He's been around for a long time. Looks like 17 leagues in all, including Midnight Cups. Sorry, One Night Cups. So that's quite the level of experience. I don't think Slayer quite has the same level of experience at all. We can compare the Pocket Soldiers as well, though. We've got, I think, Figgy, Pocket Soldier as well.
Yeah, I think Figgy's Pocket.
Yeah. What do you think? Have you played with Figgy at all? Have you seen how he kind of goes around the map?
I haven't played with him. I know he doesn't jump a lot from playing with him, against him, I mean.
That's right, and we're just receiving string now, so it'll hopefully be I'll hopefully be moving through soon to the actual live game. We'll just keep waiting around until that happens. So you're saying earlier, do you have an actual earlier that you think that the Bonk team will actually win this map? Do you have a prediction for the scores at all, Meff?
3-0, 3-1.
3-0, 3-1 towards that. Alright. We'll have a bit of a bet going on, a bit of between the two casters. I like that. Have you... So, I know that Figgy's been around for quite a while. He's a bit of a boomer pocket soldier. Johnny's kind of the opposite even, actually. Johnny's kind of moved in. He played one season of High last season, and then he's just been hanging around main and all that, winning main and a few other things before. So he's really the inexperienced pocket, I think, here. And it'll be interesting to see whether he's moved past his earlier inexperience, moved into something better. Smiley, on the other hand, has been around in the Asia Fortress community. He's been around as a roamer for, well, eons at this stage. He's been around the top level, just playing, just doing whatever he wants to do. Simpson, on the other hand, well, Simpson's just been slowly climbing the season, climbing each season. Has moved into Prem for a couple of seasons, and now he's moved back down again. So it's kind of an interesting shift between the different, interesting comparison between the different roamers we've got there.
Bit of a fall from grace this season from Samson, I think.
Oh, I think so as well. I mean, he was playing in Prem with your team, wasn't he, last season, Meff?
Yeah.
Do you have any insight into the way he likes to play roamer at all, or?
I think he has 5 ping, so yeah, bit like Bonk.
Ah, yeah, so the kind of the low ping playstyle, just hyper aggressive, focusing on the DM.
Yeah. He doesn't hit many rockets though, so.
So more of a brain player?
Not really.
Ah, fair enough. So now we are in the server at the moment. We've got 4 players. We've got 4 players on the side of Bonk's team, and none of Psychology Mages yet, so we will keep waiting around until they join. I do have some secret intel, though, from the Psychology Mages Discord that shows that they're all in Discord waiting for string. Still just keep waiting around again. So one of the things we've seen in the past with a lot of product is a lot of sniper plays coming out from teams. Especially we saw it even last night with the Highlander cast. The Highlander 6's cast we saw last night. Do you think we're going to get much sniper from any of the teams tonight?
I don't think many of them are good at sniper. I don't know about the Asians, but not on the Bonk team. They're not. I don't think so.
They're all going to kind of move towards a cookie cutter lineup?
Yeah.
Fair enough. I mean, I suppose they've got to play to their strengths. Because sniper would seem like either you hit your shots and you carry the team, or you're completely the opposite. I know Johnny is quite a strong sniper on the side of Psychology Mages, but I don't think I've actually seen any of the other teammates play sniper really. So it'd be quite interesting to see if they're willing to take a soldier, like Psychology Mages are willing to take a soldier away from the game, just trying to keep him a sniper, or they'll just completely avoid the off classes. How do you think they're going to counter if Psychology Mages does run a sniper? How do you think that the Bonk team will actually deal with that?
Samson's just going to feed for him constantly, probably.
Fair enough. So you kind of don't really expect any counter snipes movements. Surely we'll see the Samson.
I don't think any of them would be good enough to snipe.
Fair enough. And I suppose you don't want to have a scout switch off. I mean, even Bread, is he not that good of a sniper?
No, I don't think so.
Oh,
I haven't really seen him play sniper. He's always been playing scout or soldier whenever I see him play.
I was very hopeful it would see Bread sniper tonight and Samson switch over to Roma. Not from Roma over to scout again, which could have been quite interesting.
That's a disaster.
Well, fingers crossed we'll get to see something like that. Now the Psychology Mages has started joining the server, so we will hopefully be live, in the next few minutes. And already we can just look at some of the ping differences we're seeing tonight. We've got 17 ping on the side of Bonk versus 105 for the side of Sir9. So I mean, there's quite a shift in ping. Like even Samson's got literally 5 ping. So I mean, there is a huge ping advantage we'll see today at night from the side of Hungry 8 all day. So it'll be interesting to see whether psychology majors can counter that ping advantage, or maybe even abuse their high ping. I know a lot of scouts, especially scout mains, don't like playing with Asia Fort scouts and high ping scouts in general because it impairs their movement. Have you had any experience with kind of playing against high ping scouts or anything, Meff? Especially like TJ or Aishao?
It's never been a problem.
Never really been a problem hitting them at all?
No.
Have you, well, I suppose, have you had any issues? Have you heard your teammates complaining at all or seeing anything?
No, I've never heard of this high ping is harder to hit theory.
Perhaps it's just an excuse I hear sometimes in pugs, or just part of the targeted attack towards Asian players playing in ozfortress. That's alright. Now we're still waiting for the rest of, well, both teams actually to join up. We currently have only, 9 in server, so we'll just keep waiting away until they do join in. Now some of them are joining now, but we'll just keep on waiting in the meantime. Now, one of the interesting things we have, well, we often see in Asia forecasted games is just the constant lateness, like games, even grand final matches starting 15 minutes, 20, even sometimes half an hour after the match. So I mean, even this 20-minute delay is, well, it's expected, to be honest.
Yeah, the Asians are always late, man. Played Asia Fortress for a season from New Zealand. It was so AIDS. They're just always late, like 30 minutes.
Even, well, 30 minutes, really?
Yeah, like every game. It was actually ridiculous.
Fair enough, fair enough. I mean, I suppose if we see it again in the grand finals, then we should, well, we'll see it again, even in other levels of the tournament, of the games. Now, it is interesting because we have 5 players on the side for Hungry 8 all day. We're 18 minutes past, so I mean, in theory, there could actually be a forfeit win going on if.
I think you need 6 in server. You need a full
team.
Yeah, you
need 6 in the server, but
to
I
have,
mean,
like,
they've only
ready
got
up.
1 player to add.
Yeah,
Now,
and it's like it's 15 past when you're ready up. I think that's a rule.
Really?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's it.
That's
might
quite
be wrong.
brutal then. I mean, that could mean that we're waiting for quite a while then. I was thinking that could just be simply 15 minutes past and you're ready up, in which case we could see a forfeit win and no cast tonight. Now, hopefully that won't happen because I know the Bonk team and Psychology Majors are both quite nice teams, but it's still a very real possibility if we don't get this game rolling on soon. Now, Smiley's joining the server again, so we'll soon only have 4 more players to join. We're already seeing as well the Bread Sniper in pre-game. Now, he's not hitting many shots, so there may be some wisdom in what you're seeing, but if he's willing to run on a pre-game, maybe there is some potential. Maybe we'll see some legendary sniper duels all throughout this. Now,
Never know.
Never know, never know. Now, one of the things, I don't know if we've talked about this yet, but we're currently looking at some of the top teams in high at the moment. So they will be competing for, well, it's likely that we may see these guys in playoffs again. In fact, Psychology Majors is guaranteed to play in playoffs with their current scorings. And the Hungry 8 all day team, they're currently in 4th place. Now, looking at the next few games, Hungry 8 all day has, it looks like they've got a very strong chance of getting into grand final, well, not getting into playoffs if they win tonight. If they don't, it'll be quite a bit more dangerous, quite a bit more of a push towards that, depending
What if
on
they
how
trade
opponents
maps?
play. Now, trade maps on the other hand, if they do that and win next week's game, then Bonk team is guaranteed a spot in playoffs as well. So this is quite an important game, especially for the Bonk team, but perhaps less so for Psychology Majors. I know that Psychology Majors is very keen to come first in the standard games, just so they can avoid the lower page playoffs and the chance of a possible elimination. Sorry guys, a bit of a dry throat as well. So now we do see that we've got everybody in server. We're just waiting. Both teams are now got 6 in server. So we're just now waiting for the ready up as well. Now, going again back to the ping we were just talking about earlier, we can see that Sezi is the top of the server in that department with 150 ping at the moment. Now, it won't be that bad on Scout, but Lurl, their Psychology Major's demo man, has 144 ping as well, so he's not doing much better. Compared to Bonk's 18, I'm a bit nervous that Lurl might struggle with some of these GM fights.
Yeah, it's pretty rough playing demo on that high ping.
Be interesting to see how he kind of competes with having to like delay, well, shoot his shots even though they'll be delayed. In the movement side of things, like unfortunately, this game isn't a client-side game, client-side hit detection-based game. So unfortunately, we don't see the 300. Well, 300 ping isn't an advantage in this. In fact, it's quite a substantial disadvantage. Now
Should be.
Now we're just waiting on for ready ups again. Do you have any final expectations of the medics or any of the teams? Do you think we're going to see any phenomenal drops or any amazing air shots from any players? Who's your man of the match to watch? If
Probably Figgy or Bonk.
Fair enough. I think I'm going to keep a strong look at what Sir 9 does, one of the scouts. He's known as quite a strong DM player. I mean, this could be absolutely be his playground. Oh, and it looks like somebody's timed out again, so we're just waiting one of them. We're just waiting for them to kind of pop back in again. It's currently 25 past in the moment. We're still waiting around. I suppose this is some wisdom what you're saying about the lateness of some of these games.
Yeah, no surprises.
Now, the Bonk team is actually readied up now, so we're just waiting on Psychology Majors to join. Well, to be ready. Now, are you expecting kind of any air shots or anything from anybody tonight? I'm looking forward to, well, I'm very hopeful that we'll see something phenomenal. Maybe a quick dumpstering of Samson or the likes.
Yeah, Samson's definitely getting an air shot.
I know that Smiley has hit some pretty phenomenal air shots in the last few games I've played with him. So, I mean, he could be the player to watch for this sort of thing. You know, the Battle of the Flanks could really be a beautiful thing to watch tonight. So get ready with your clips. To get ready to clip all the stuff. Get ready so that Samson may never live this down the same way as as his quite popular Badlands jump attempt that we see still, I think, on CappingTV. Now, currently the Bonk team is still readied up. Psychology Majors hasn't readied up. They're still missing one at the moment, and that is Sezi. Yeah, one of their scouts. Perhaps he's setting up a VPN or the likes, or trying to reduce that 150 ping down to something slightly more manageable. Even on Scout, 150 ping is still not particularly fun, I'd imagine.
Yeah, it's really hard to move on Scout on 150 ping. You just get like rocketed into walls.
Fair enough. I suppose, well, I mean, movement's quite an important thing in playing Scout as well. It's not like you can kind of sit still like with a heavy or something. Heavy on high ping would probably be a beautiful thing, to be honest. Now, Sezi is joining the game at the moment, so we are just waiting again for him to hop on and start. Who do you reckon the first mid fight's going to go to?
Bonk it up, 1, 2, 3.
Fair enough. Oh, I'm a little bit biased tonight because I am part of one of the teams, so I'm hopeful. I probably should say that Psychology Majors will take it off. Now, everyone's in, so we're just waiting for Psychology Majors now to ready up.
It was going to be casting.
We don't actually know. We didn't really get anybody to cast. I don't know. Oh, turns out Matt actually was going to be my co-caster tonight, but luckily when And stop.
Thank God.
So thank you again, Meff, for joining us on late notice. Well, very, very late notice.
You're welcome.
I mean, it's quite good. It'd be a bit lonely otherwise. Wouldn't have anyone to talk to, apart from my own voice. I'd hear that too much already. Now, it's interesting because even Johnny now has 100 ping. So this is just getting worse for them at the moment, the more they play. So really, well...
It's contagious.
I think it's contagious, it must be. We've already seen like the battle of playstyles. We've got the European, what's it called, super laid-back playstyle that Bonk's teams traditionally played versus the hyper-aggressive Asia Fort. And we are actually going live, so head on straight into the first mid. Now, who are you watching with this mid?
The Samson beef cam.
Fair enough. I see both teams are actually playing round pride at the moment. Just kind of trading damage and things. No one's really aggressing yet, they're both just taking spam. And oh no, Smiley's jumped in behind.
Sam's behind too.
That's again. They've traded soldiers already. There's Bonks down already. Both Bonk and Lurl are dead, you know. And it looks like the winner of the first mid. Well, we don't quite yet know yet. They're still just fighting on. Oh no, and it's a clear. Looks like a win for Psychology Mages for the first mid. Just everything seemed to go wrong when they lost a soldier and then Bonk. Then people just started falling every which way. Smiley got some beautiful damage and picks and it was all over. Now it looks like a full Uber advantage on the side of Psychology Mages. It'll be interesting to see how Michael and his Bonk will try and deal with this. Looks like they're trying to go for a bit of a dry fight here.
The whole team's on cliff right now.
Looking around. Samson's playing just super far back. They're all just super far back. Oh, it's both soldiers bombing. Looks like a 3-man or a 4-man even.
It's a disaster.
They haven't had to use it all. Oh, and that is a drop actually. That is a jinx right there.
That was a very silly drop.
Slayer dies, well, to Samson through a lucky rocket.
You didn't even see him and he just like turned around and saw the mid on 30 health next to him.
I think this goes back to the accusations that the admins are really a bunch of hackers. So again, now there's a full Uber advantage on the side of Michael, so it looks like they're just trying to take the point. Smiley goes down again, and then Slayer is only just coming up now, so it looks like Psychology is losing this fight. On it, they're recontesting again, trying to do something here.
Big ad.
They're just trying to go forwards here, trying to force him out to try and get some good damage or kills. They're playing super aggressively here and it seemed to work and they're bullying him back, but it looks like Lurl may go down here. No, he survives for the skin of his teeth.
Michael cutting away really well.
Michael just saving the day. Oh, and another soldier's on him again. And he surfs away perfectly.
Ooh.
He's away, 50 health, and even Slayer died in the carnage that followed. So it looks like the Psychology Mages will again have to compete against a full Uber advantage, full stack of teams. There is no foothold at all though, so they do at least have that to help them on their side. So just trying to edge out a cliff at the moment, just looking around, playing it slow here. Now Slayer's actually playing super far back here, so we may end up seeing a 4-man sack of the likes. Oh, and Lol jumps in as well, so they're all trying to jump in and try and get players behind.
Michael's alone behind.
Michael's completely isolated here, Smiley's hit him for 50. Smiley's trying to force, and no luck, another failed sack completely.
I was pretty lucky, I think if a soldier got onto him earlier, might have died.
He just completely separated from himself from his team, and I mean it just worked out. Smiley just couldn't get the rockets in. And then once again, we're just funny, it's even Ubers now actually. So we've got Slayer's got a medic, it'll be interesting to see what they do now. Michael's just staying alive so well at the moment. Johnny's kind of posing forwards a little bit here. They're both just trying to trade spam. There's a bit of a fight on point. Sezzy actually goes down here, so that's one scout gone. Smiley's gone behind Bonk's team, the Bonk team. Samson's jumping in again, and they've been forced out. It looks like
it's a really bad Uber.
This is really bad for Psychology Mages here.
Cool.
But Michael does use, so it's not the end of the world.
The demo on red raped them in the corner. A really bad Uber.
Bonk or low?
Lil.
Oh yeah. And Samson's jumping in for Slayer. Doesn't hit any damage whatsoever. That's a disaster, but Lurl is super low here. Just can't climb up on the damage. Says he's trying to bully out the scouts. The health isn't great on the side of Psychology Mages, but they do have the player advantage, so it'll be interesting to see what they're trying to do here. He's trying to control the point here. Now, is he gain even Ubers here? So Godridge is just kind of playing passively. Samson's jumping behind. They're trying to edge point here. Be interesting to see if, well, they're one that player down already, so Psychology Mages should contest point here. They get the cap away. Still even Ubers. Lurl's getting bombed again. Lurl's got to die here. That's just a scout demo versus soldier scout mid. Battle of the combos. And they pop in. Oh no, and well, Sir9 is dropped by Slayer. It's a bit of a disaster here.
A bit out of position.
So it's trying to desperately throw themselves on point, but it's just not happening. There's just frags going the way of Psychology Mage of Bonk's team, the Bonk It Up team, and it's all over. Sir9's not probably going to get anything here. That's a first round.
It took them like a solid 2 minutes to get the point back after Bonk's team won it the first time.
Yeah, that's right. They just took so long. Like, just Michael just kept his Uber for multiple double set, 4-mans. Now we're going back into the mid again. Who do you reckon's gonna be the playmaker this mid?
Look it up. 1, 2, 3.
Both of them just kind of paintering around. Sezzy goes down a bit low. Sezzy's down. That's the first pick in the mid fight. We've got Feggy jumping forwards here. Slayer goes down. Michael's still full health, and it looks like a fairly decisive win for the side of the Bonk of Hungry Eat All Day.
Ooh.
Lurl's just trying to regress here. He'll probably just get taken down as well. Oh no, he gets a superb pick on Bread. Michael's 60 health, playing back here. And it looks like there'll soon be another full Uber advantage on the side of Michael's team. However, the spawns are still at the moment in favour of Psychology Mages. Interesting to see how the players that play more aggressive are just trying to get the force out from Michael. Johnny's jumping in here. Doesn't hit any damage. Michael's just super far back, takes 9, he's super low now, 50 health, but no, he survives again, just grabs a pack.
Michael's just cutting these sacks really, really well.
Yeah, he's just playing so far back, and it's just working for them.
Not even getting close to him.
It is even Ubers now. Slayer did get out from there, and so it'll be interesting to see how they try and refight this. Johnny's just playing a little bit more aggressively here. They're just kind of pressuring around. Oh, and they're trading in here. Looks like a fairly even trade here at the moment for the side of both teams, really. And now Sezzy's looking like he's going to go down. Sezzy's caught out again. Smiley's going to die here. This isn't looking so good for... Samson's jumped in, but he gets swiftly taken down. Johnny's jumping forwards as well here. Bonks gets a lucky arrow again, is saved by the bell. And again, there's just another convincing defense for the side of Hungry Eat All Day. But this Smiley's trying to jump in again, trying to get something, but he just swiftly realizes his mistake and runs away. Sezzy's super far forwards and super low here, but he's going to survive.
I'm seeing some really nice damage.
Michael's 40 health here, but it'll be interesting to see if anyone gets anything. Smiley's jumping forwards, but isn't getting much. And it looks like the fight's actually gone on the side of Psychology Mages. I think Hungry All Day is going to be pretty happy with that, though. They've got 2 minutes down on the board from themselves, and it's an even Uber's fight again.
They're not under any pressure at all. Time pressure.
Yep. They're just walking forward super far here. They've finally popped in. Looks like it's a much better Uber for Psychology Mages, but probably doesn't matter if they're just soloing and just running away. And it does look like Michael goes down. I think it might be Michael's second death now. So they might just try and aggress forwards and slay him. Slayer's running away now, super hard, and he goes down as well.
Huge damage from Bonk.
It was just an utter collapse on the side of Hungry Eagle Day. Bonk really going above and beyond.
They're all on like 30 health after that as well.
Yeah, it just absolutely Xeno'd in and paid off for them. And Johnny goes down to a trap there. But still aggressing here. Samson is trying to jump in, but will quickly get monstered by 2 scouts. Says he's super far forwards there and still get caught. And Slayer's super aggressive as well. So it looks like the mid's down again. Slayer's just not having a good time tonight, is he? He's just dying again and again. Michael's just living. This is super bad as well for Psychology Mages because they have almost near a full Uber advantage on the side of Hungry Eagle Day. And only about 5 seconds left.
Yeah, don't think there's any way they're gonna lose this round.
They've just popped in now, Frag's going away side of Hungry Eagle Day, and it looks like it'll soon be all over. And that's another convincing round for the side of Hungry Eagle Day. This was not what I was expecting.
Yeah, Bonk just doing a lot more.
Bonk's just absolutely creaming them this game. I mean, we'll probably see it in the stats. Oh, and we do see Johnny's actually playing sniper this, so maybe this is a bit of a desperation play, trying to change things up, see if they can deal with the sniper. Hasn't hit any shots yet. Oh, and Lowell goes down immediately, just gets monstered by Bonk again. Smiley's jumping forwards, not getting any damage, didn't hit anything on Michael. This is not looking good, and it looks like a bit of a collapse again. And Sezzy and Slayer are just running tail between the legs, away from that fight.
They just walked a bit too forward with the sniper.
It was just super aggressive and just the team wasn't with him, so it just went all bad. Now we're seeing actually a foothold here. Of course, Bonk forgets to check his trap, but it doesn't matter, he just pipes the Sir 9 anyway, so it doesn't even matter. But the foothold has been broken. Smiley's jumping forwards again, just trying to pressure him, doesn't get anything. And Slayer's bombed, but
Some
survives.
feeds.
It was an optimistic play. Now it's just back to the same dry fight. They do have a 1-player advantage. Smiley's jumping in, jumping behind here, and they do pop. It's an even trade here. Bonk's is trying to get any damage. Zerline is super low here, and he goes down though. Let's just jump. Everyone's playing far back side of Psychology Mages. Smiley gets piped again by Bonk. They do have the side heals advantage though, because Michael did go down in that fight. So says he's just trying to like chip them away. Just
They
trying to
need
get
to jump
damage
him.
again. They need to play aggressive here, otherwise they're going to lose it just of the heal ad. And they do. A 30 advantage on the side of Slayer.
Yeah, again, it's like a minute. They retake the point.
Michael's super hurt again, 10 health there. But again, Samson's trying to jump behind. And they've already got Michael in and Bread. Figgy's trying to jump in on Lowell. Just gets eaten alive by the scout of Sezzy. And it's a full wipe. That's exactly what Psychology Mages wants out of this. Interesting to see if Psychology Mages can get them to defend Slayer the same way as Michael kept himself alive last couple of rounds.
It's the ideal time to have a sniper.
Snake
It's like
Man, that's
can't peek.
yeah, that's right. Johnny is actually on sniper at the moment. And Shooter's kind of running on spy at the moment. As well, it's interesting to see if Shooter can get anything. Now he is super far back at the moment, but this clearly looks like some plays going on.
It's on the default watch.
He's going behind again, behind house. No one's spotted. Well, he's fully invisible at the moment. And it is even Ubers as well.
Oh,
And that's a drop again.
it's massive.
Poor Slayer just didn't have a chance there. Piped and then eaten by the spy. However, they did get 3 picks there, so they still have control of point, and they have a spy. So it looks like Michael's just going to play a game.
Shooter's
super
going
far
back to spawn.
Just going to switch off as well.
They did waste a lot of time doing that.
It is actually even time now, which is what Psychology Mages wants, but they do have full Uber advantage on the side of Michael. Slayer's just coming forwards again. They're just trying to play for time as much as possible. Psychology Mages is. Smiley's jumped behind here, just jumping around. Oh, and it looks like a collapse on the side of Johnny.
The mid's 30 health. Oh, you
Slayer
skipped.
just managed to sneak out. Johnny hit a pretty phenomenal headshot there that just started the train of everything going downhill. And they're refighting for control of point again. Bonk's super far forwards here, does get caught out. Feggy's jumping in, doesn't hit any damage on the mid, and the scouts just eat him alive. Loyal's super far forwards, he's gonna get caught out. Another soldier's jumped in on Johnny. Now it's just a side of health, they do it. Now it's just health. Well, now it's just a battle again. They do have the advantage in the side of more players for psychology mages. And it looks like they're going to try and get point control here. They're using in now, they're playing off their full advantage. They're trying to get picks, but Michael does scurry out of there. So it does work out for them. Now it is a 60% or 70% Uber advantage on the side of Michael. And they don't even have point control yet. I'll have cap now. Oh no. They've kept now. So that actually denied Sezzy's spawn as well. Interesting to see if Michael can kind of keep his Uber around or whether... Yeah, they're just using straight in. Slayer's just going to try and run away here. Looks like they're just disappearing. The Uber's just getting almost nothing.
They're not catching anything.
You got Johnny, but they end up losing both their soldiers for it. That's sort of a disastrous Uber there.
Bonk might die, he's really forward. Oh, he's escaping.
He manages to run away. Saved by his ping. They're just trying to control point again. They know they have Uber advantage.
They need to
but
fight
don't
this. It's so little time.
Looks like this Pred's just trying to keep around with his heals. They have here, so they're just kind of happy just playing the time away. They know they have to walk past them. No, they probably should use to deny the cap here. Oh, and they're popping here. It's just a solo. They've lost all their other players though, so this is a bit of a disaster on the side of them. They do have 1 minute left though, so if they can just get any picks they can and just leave. Oh, but Lol gets called out. Smiley, Smiley gets a colossal play on Michael. That's super, well, that's awful for the side of Hungry Age all day.
He sinks him.
Perfect sync by Smiley. Again, showing why he's the top roamer. That's 2 down for the side of Hungry Age all day, and that's overtime cap, so... Oh, no, Sezzy goes down as well though. They're just trying to play a field advantage. Michael isn't in yet, so I mean they should be playing more aggressively. However, the health, well, they've lost Smiley as well. So it's just 2 down for the side of Psychology Mages. Johnny super far forwards again.
That one goes down.
Slayer's actually coming in. Bonk's dead here. Slayer's coming up to his Uber soon here, so this will be quite interesting. He's just
I think they know that he's on Uber.
Samson's jumping forwards here. They just need to get their Uber here and this will be over. And looks like it doesn't even matter about the Uber. They just get the cap, just kill everybody.
Should have gone more forward into them. Played Uber.
They nearly had they're 98 by the end there. They just needed to, I think Bonk's team just needed to aggress there because they knew like playing for time just wasn't going to work. They didn't have the cap, they weren't close to Uber. And we're now back again on the fourth fight this time, mid-fight. Michael's super hurt here, he's playing far back again. But Lol's also destroyed as well, just trying to get arrowed up. And this look, and just playing super passive.
I'm just jumping behind.
Mages.
He's a soldier.
Oh, and that's the first frag on the side of Shooter. Samson gets a kill on one of the scouts as well. That's both scouts gone for the side of Psychology Mages. So it looks like this might actually be a win for the side of Psychology Mages for the next mid. Yep, so that's Smiley down, so it's a 1-player advantage inside of Hungry Eat all day. It looks like they are going to try and take a fight out of this, or perhaps even a trade. They popped in here. They haven't actually gotten much, but it is it's a pretty even Uber here. Oh, and no, Feggy dies. Trading for Johnny dies as well, those picks have been traded. Samson's just scurrying away again. This is looking very good for Psychology Mages here. They're looking like just getting bullied forwards. Lil's getting caught out though. Team's back out.
They were so low.
Bonk's not healthy on point as well, but yeah, he'll get monstered again by the power of Asian scouts. And Johnny has hopped on Sniper as well, so it'll be interesting to see how they deal with this even Uber fight with a Sniper on the side of Red Team. What do you think they're going to do about this, Meff?
Well, I don't think they know he's on Sniper right now, so he might get a quick kill. But if they know, he's gonna just get bombed. he has much of a chance.
Oh, and they get Bonk. That's a pretty colossal pick there. That'll put a big spanner in the works this side of Hungry Oodle Day. It looks like they're just going to hang out on Cliff or so for the moment. Johnny's just going to keep hoping for another pick on Cliff.
It's really slowed them down.
It looks like one of the soldiers bombing Smiley. Smiley's just getting called out by 3 players there, but the health is awful there. They've lost 2 players on the side, and they've used as well. Oh, this is terrible for Psychology Mages here.
It's shocking.
Over the only saving grace is that Michael did use there, so it will be an even Uber fight for the next time. We'll see if Johnny's going to switch off Sniper. No, it looks like he's committing to stay. He's hoping to get another pick or something. He's finally come back to his main, realised Soldier isn't for him. It's been interesting what bit the Bonk team's actually doing, playing super passively, trying to get... This might give Johnny a bit of a sniper pick, but he hasn't hit anything yet. Looks like they're fighting again for point. Samson's jumping in, he's not very healthy, but he gets away with it. Figgy's getting jumping. Johnny, but Johnny just scurries away again. Slayer's playing super far back, and it looks like they've just held it back. Johnny just needs to hit some headshots here, otherwise he's just gimping his team with being a constant player down. And it looks like it all paid off. Caster's Curse. It's a beautiful pick on Bonk, and it looks like they're willing to fight off this. Sezzy gets taken down there. They end up having to force it, and it's a trade there.
Blue Zuba's better.
Well, just got caught out. It looks like they're backing up though, they don't have the players. They're a bit nervous for that. But Red is super hurt. Oh no, and Shooter kills him. Figgy's jumping in. It's 2 scouts versus... Oh no, says he gets trapped again by Bonk. Bonk's just doing so much in these fights when he's not getting sniped. And Smiley's jumping in trying to get picks. He's got superb damage, but just arrows a broken mechanic. Slayer surfs away, survives, bomb. And it's no soldiers on the side of Hungry Eat All Day. And it is about even Ubers as well. And Johnny is back up on his main sniper. Oh, and they're getting the cap as well. They're trying to bait caps. Sezzy goes down though. They trade picks, scout for scout. Sir9 is not very healthy here at all, so this could be quite bad. And it is even Ubers, but well, the Bonk team is just happy hanging out in the meantime, because they have the game. Oh, and Bonk gets dog monstered again. He's just not having a good day against
He just
Johnny.
keeps getting sniped. When he's not getting sniped, he's raping.
Yeah. That sounds about right. This isn't looking great though for the Psychology Mages though. They've got a minute 22 on the clock and the overtime on the side of Hungry Eat All Day. This could be quite a challenge to hold, even with their point control. Oh, but they lose the first pick. That's Figgy gone. Samson's jumping behind, trying to get a Smiley. Slayer's a bit isolated there. Lul's already dead as well, so they don't have soldiers on the side. Oh, and they just play the cap. It's all over.
I didn't even notice that.
Neither did I. That's an unfortunate, though somewhat predictable by you, Meff, win for the side of Hungry Eat All Day.
Yeah. Expected the demo to just farm.
So they've just been trying, they've been playing for it, and it all worked out for them, I suppose. Now, we will actually be moving on to the logs next. And Meff, do you see any standout performances tonight?
Bonk, obviously. He didn't farm as much as I thought he did, but he's still top damaged.
Didn't even break 400 DPM though.
Yeah,
Look,
pretty pathetic.
It was a not Lul's game though, dying 16 times and only 12 kills. I get 330 DPM, but it wasn't the same Lul as I've been seeing other times and other casts as well.
Demo can be pretty rough on product. Like if your team's losing, you can just get rolled.
Yeah. That's definitely true. And we see as well that Sir9 actually top fragged with 31 kills. That was followed up by Shooter with 26, and then Bonk with 23. So Bonk was doing a fair bit for his team.
Yeah, really not a soldier game.
It's interesting, we were talking up Michael so much, and I mean, in the first few rounds he was playing phenomenally, but there's only a two death difference between Michael and Aston. Oh, sorry, Slayer. With Slayer having 7 and Michael 5. So, I mean, while there was, well, every death counts with Medic, especially in a game like Product, it wasn't as big of a deficit. Maybe it was just an opportune times that Slayer was dying, especially at the start.
Yeah, I feel like Michael definitely performed better, but maybe that was just because of his team.
Now, if we move on to that's a good. Well, now we can look on to the actual Medic stats. Yeah, we see though as well that Michael outheals Aston by another 100 heals per 70 heals per minute. More importantly, Slayer drops twice. So that's not ideal at all. We can also see just the biggest advantage lost there, that 40 seconds. And that was just Slayer dying before he had Uber when they tried to do his 4-man sacks, like just getting caught out in a 4-man. And that was just like almost pretty much winning the first round we saw tonight.
Yeah, I think the main difference between the mids was Michael was just kiting the 4-man sack so much better.
Slayer was just getting caught out as well. Michael's doing an excellent job. I suppose that is all the 17 seasons that Michael has had primarily on Medic. Has he played any seasons not on Medic?
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
Something to look forward to in the meantime. Well, something we can look forward to. Now, what other standout performances do we see in the logs?
Samson going 16 to 22. Huge from him.
Oh, I mean, that's a strong game coming out from Samson. We actually see that he was the second top deaths with Smiley going 12 for 27. So Smiley not having the game of his life. They were hitting a pretty nice sync bomb onto Michael earlier. So there was something to look out to. Interesting point as well is Samson's got 0 assists, so maybe he's just not helping his team at all, or just stealing all the frags. Maybe that's all those kills are just stolen frags from other players. So there's that potential there.
He was going behind a lot. I think it was just dueling people.
Perhaps so. That might be just Smiley having a bad day against that. If we look at the damage taken, we can see that demos, both of them, were just taking, heaps more than anybody else. I mean, Lowell was just getting eaten with 350 damage taken, and Bonk with 330, so...
Pretty standard on Product.
Yeah. But I mean, that probably goes back into his deaths and just playing aggressively. Like, he was playing far more aggressively than we've seen other times. Now, we are actually waiting. Have moved into process now. We're just waiting for everybody to join in. Surprisingly this time, it's Psychology Majors who've got 6 on the server first. Well, 6 on a team first. Now, we talked earlier about our predictions for the map, but what do you think is going to happen, Meff? Do you want to change anything? Do you reckon anything's shifted?
I think Psychology Majors will do a lot better on this map with the Product.
What makes you say that?
Well, I just think Product's like really tough. You have such terrible ping.
Fair enough. So it's just the DM aspect's just so much more important. I mean, I've been talking up the DM of Asia Fort tonight and of the Asia Fort team, Psychology Majors, but I mean, the DM definitely seemed to shift in the favour of the Bonk team tonight. You can see that especially because they got 95 kills for the side of Bonk to 83 for the side of Psychology Majors. We're still just waiting for the teams to hop in and ready out. So do you have actually a score prediction tonight at all? What are you thinking is going to happen in process?
Well, I think Bonk's team is still going to win, but it's going to be like 4-3 or something.
Now, as a biased caster, I'm very much hoping you're wrong. I'm hoping you'll be a swift 5-0 in the side of Psychology Majors. However, I predict it'll be more of a 4-2 to the side of Psychology Majors on this map. I think though that Psychology Majors will actually lose the first mid.
What's that?
Anecdotal experience from my playing with him. Mids aren't a strong point on this. Well, the interesting points as well is that they have the scouts on Psychology Mages have been actually switching roles recently. So, I mean, it might depend. I don't actually know what they're playing tonight, but Cernine might be, well, originally a Pocket Scout for the team and playing for the whole season is Pocket Scout, has actually shifted over, or has shifted over in the recent scrims to Flank Scout, so leaving Cezzy in charge. Now, it's interesting to see if they're keeping that shift for the official, or whether they're just going back to the old tried and true method they've used previously.
Why did they change? Do you know?
Oh, well, I think that was just a shift to see whether it worked better for Cezzy as well, because Cernine was enjoying both. I think they just wanted to try out new things. And I mean, again, this map's important to Psychology Mages. It's not nearly as important as it is for our dear Hungry Eat All Day, because Hungry Eat All Day still has it's traded maps throughout the season far more than Psychology Mages has. There's been far more decisive battles outside of Psychology Mages. That's meant that they have a guaranteed spot for playoffs. So I mean, there is definitely far more room to experiment on the side of Psychology Mages, and that's what they've been doing in scrims recently. It'll be interesting to see whether it pays off, whether it's a failed experiment as well. Bonk's actually. Oh, so we've just heard as well, guys, that the Burnt Toast Gaming has had a very successful, if I'm correct, battle between them and. Oh, sorry, I'm getting it wrong. Grogged has actually beaten Burnt Toast Gaming in I'd assume, somewhat decisive contest in another Thursday at 9 game. Now, again, I'll do Jazz a service and request that teams please don't book your games at Thursday o'clock at 9, because every other team does it, and we want to be able to cast more at CappingTV.
Yes, please, ladies and gentlemen, this is your great producer, maybe the best in the business, Just Jazz. That's me. I love casting games. I love producing all these games. I swear to God, you guys, I'll book them Thursday at 9. How much more time on process do you guys need to play? You guys play it every day in pugs 1,000 times. You'll be fine. Play it on Tuesday. That's all I have to say.
Yeah, that's right, guys. Play on Tuesday, see your premier oceanic casting organisation, CappingTV, far better than competitors, can cast your wonderful games. So, I mean, that's just a minor admin matter we'll talk about as well. And we're still waiting for the Bonk team to actually, get in the server. Bonk's actually completely left the server, and Bread's just hanging out on spec. Maybe they're just giving a taste of their own medicine to the wonderful Psychology Mages team. Now, I'm somewhat hopeful that Psychology Mages will already up and we'll see a forfeit win. But, I mean, that would be bad for our cast tonight, so I'm of two minds actually going to think about it. Who do you think are going to be the standout performers of this map again? Do you think Bonk's going to do just as well on this map, or?
No, I think he's going to struggle a lot more on process. Like the scouts might farm a lot more.
Fair enough. Do you have any particular scout you want to look out for, or?
Johan, Coolboy, Shooter.
Fair enough. Now, Shooter's been around for quite a while now, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I suppose in a bit of a boomer. I suppose this is somewhat of a boomer team Psychology Mages is facing today.
Pretty ancient.
Now, I don't know if this is a warm up or not, but we do actually see Michael playing Soldier, so I'm very hopeful that we'll actually see Figgy mid for the next game. Now, I suspect my hopes will be dashed, but I'll remain optimistic. Now, Bonk has joined the server again, so we're just waiting for Bread to hop on in and start the ready up process. And Psychology Mages has actually readied up now, so the clock is ticking away from now. A bit of light-hearted banter coming through the chat as well. Michael joking about Bonk's performance last game. But perhaps he's just disappointed, had higher expectations of the legendary Bonk, the man who's been sandbagging Div 2 for the last 4 seasons.
I think I was going to play Prim this season.
Ah, yes, the old classic. I was going to, but other things came up.
Yeah, but he wasn't good enough.
Is it just like Samson, maybe?
Yeah.
Samson just couldn't get the team he wanted on.
I don't think Samson had any plans to play Prim though.
And we're actually readying up now, so we're about to start. And no, we just get falsely readied up. Round 2, guys.
What are they doing?
I think we're just getting baited as a casting things. They've heard our cast and aren't happy with it, so they'll have their fun. Oh, they're just executing the config as well, so bit of a rookie mistake for the side of our home team, Bonk. You think after so many seasons between them, they'd remember? And we're going live for the 5th time now?
It's the 4th.
4th. Apologies. And
you're right, mate.
Now I'm watching Psychology Mages this mid. I'm especially watching what Lowell will actually do. He's going in fast. He doesn't look like he's wanting to go pack. He actually beats Bonk here. Samson's super aggressive, just grabbing the pack. Didn't need it, but he wanted to deny it all the same. And we're just kind of fighting away. No one's really doing anything. Johnny's jumping super far forwards, just mucking around. Big's up on the roof as well. Smiley's all jumping around. No one's really getting much in the way of roof control here. I say that as Bread takes roof control. It looks like both soldiers go down for the side of Psychology Mages and Slayer. So it's just Michael, 20 health. Michael gets taken down as well, so it's not a complete loss. Lol's just trying to run away and gets taken out as well. So, as I predicted, Psychology Mages lose the first mid.
Yeah, the scouts just took height and killed them.
There's just no presence from any team for like most of the mid of any height. Like the soldiers jumping near there, but it just wasn't happening. Now, the only saving grace of Psychology Mages is they do have... Oh, Smiley's jumping in. They're trying to actually fight this here. Sir Nine's jumping in, trying to take it to 2v1 and actually scaring them off. It's just this lion cosmetics, they're working here. Now, it is an even Uber fight here, so it just going to looks like we're going to be pushing into the first stalemate of tonight. I think we'll probably end up just seeing another standard kind of sack wave soon. Smiley's just, oh no, they're rotating into IT here, trying to get picks on Smiley. Smiley's not having a bar of it though. And they're just leaving again. Also see that Johnny is back again on his main, so we'll see. Bonk's ducking away, he's not having a bar of this anymore, he's sick of this sniping. A little spamming away, and we see our first... Oh, Biggie's trying to jump in. Samson's on Johnny. Johnny just surfs away, happy for Larry. Smiley's taking 2v1 against their second soldier, Figgy, and it looks like they're 2 down on the side of Hungry 8 all day. They're getting through choke now, they haven't seen any traps or anything. It looks like Bonk doesn't have any traps. Bonk's super far forwards here, looks like he wants to just trade. They force out, and it's super good for the side of Psychology Mages. They've got a waiver over here, we'll see, interesting to see if they can catch anything from this. Michael's just booking.
The demo's not ready to jump.
Yeah, it looks like the mid the mid goes to the side of Psychology Mages. Now Johnny's just again playing on his main, trying to get anything. Perhaps he just got sick of Soldier, realised it's just an unfun class to play. Now this is a pretty unfun way pretty unideal for the side of Hungry Oat all day, is they do have the sniper on the side of Psychology Mages, so it makes it quite hard to take any kind of slow fight. They're just grinding away, it's even Ubers, and we'll be waiting for another stalemate. Hopefully someone will come and break it soon. Make for more interesting casts. Psychology Mages is rotating sewer. Smiley's jumping in and just gets monstered quickly. Samson's trying to go for something here, and he rolls Slayer. Don't know what went wrong there, but just somebody wasn't hitting their shots.
I think Samson hit a rocket.
A bit of a big congratulations. I think Cezi just needed to two-shot him. That's the optimum solution. They're coming through IT now, and it's just, easy pick for Sir9. Sir9's dead. Johnny's trying to get something. Smiley's in. Hits good damage on Michael, but Michael just books it. Just surfs away. Happy as Larry.
She's gonna get this, I think. Soldier.
There's a back play actually going on at the moment. He takes down, says he takes down Samson, but Bread wins in the end.
Michael lives somehow with Faluba.
Didn't even spot the back play. Johnny's just again, still on his main, hasn't switched off yet. Michael's just playing super far back here. So nice trying to contest point, but Smiley jumps in. Johnny just gets stomped by a soldier. Smiley super low again. And it looks like the seconds going for Hungry 8 all day. They're probably trying to aggress here with their Uber ad. It's 60 on the side of Slayer and full for Michael. Samson jumping in and just leaves sewer. Decides not having a bar of it. And they're playing super far back. I think they just realise it's getting tighter now. Not going to get anything, so they just leave. Or they don't even bother entering.
Bit of a bitch play.
Bit of a coward play. This is what I'm talking about, the European play style of the Bonk teams. That was a full Uber advantage on the side of Michael, completely given away, a full 40 seconds. Open to the bravery of Australian teams.
Janway is still on sniper.
Johnny is a sniper main now, so he'll just keep going around.
You got Kowski in the server.
We actually do. Bonk's again trying to get something. Pipes low, doesn't hit Johnny. Johnny's just optimistic he'll hit another shot on Bonk, I think, here. No, it is 0-0 here, so I mean, they do have control of mid, so they're just happy to kind of play the game, just keep peeking for a sniper. Samson's dead here, so Lion gets a quick pick on him, and it looks like Johnny's playing in sewer again, trying to get something. They are actually super close to choke here, so they could be trying to get something. And Johnny gets caught out by Bread, just extended over, his team left and he didn't.
Yeah, no one was with him. It's
Just been another sack, and Shooter just dies as well. Smiley just kills him, so Bonk super low but gets arrowed again, and we'll be back for another stalemate. Quality TF2 guys. I feel like Process lends itself far more to stalemates than a lot of other maps. Johnny has switched off his main, and Shooter has as well. We've got two spies here. Looks like Shooter actually has left spawn. So we've got the spy battle now.
I think Shooter might know he's on spy. Surely he checks.
Oh, I mean, maybe. We don't know yet. Johnny's walking in.
Always
Shooter's nudging Smiley and does it anyway. Oh, and he gets rocketed. Smiley doesn't notice.
I don't think there's anywhere they don't know. Yeah.
Surely they know. Yeah,
the mid's just staring at him.
Johnny doesn't get bombed.
They don't know they have a spy though. I think they do at least. Oh, they saw him.
They do now, they saw him now. Smiley was just trying to play a distraction thing. Nothing works out. And Smiley goes down. They have a spy as well, so this could be kind of...
A way he gets a kill here.
He's dead. And he just gets shot down by Bread. 2 down for the side of Psychology Mages. They might try and trade or something here, and they're trading in here. It's about an even trade as well. Bread's just not able to get much here, but it looks like they'll have got point presence here, so they're just running away.
Oh, they took the space.
Oh, it says he dies here. Smiley dies as well, so it's a bit of a collapse or a choke there. They're just trying to chase forwards here. Slayer's just running away.
The demo's caught as well.
Lil dies. Johnny dies. This is looking terrible for Psychology Mages. There's even Ubers, but I mean it's not even players, just to see if they can hold out in time. They're rushing for point here. Oh, they haven't even capped yet, so this might actually work out in Psychology Mage's favour. Yeah, and we do see the Johnny heavy. Slayer's bombed here. Doesn't even know where the soldier is, doesn't matter. We'll just run around. 2 down for the side of Hungry 8 all day. Samson's in door 2 here, trying to take a duel with Smiley. It's even here. I mean, it'd be interesting to see what they're trying to do here. Bonks are healthy, and they do end up using here. It's a better Uber for the side of Hungry Eagle Day. Interesting to see if they get much from it. Loyal does actually go down here, and so does Smiley. So this is not great. Shooter just gets monstered though. Bonk super low. Veggies gonna die here. Just trying to play point. So it's be Cernine versus Bread here. The Battle of the Scouts. Michael is so low here. He is not happy about hanging out here. Just to see if Cernine gets him anything. No, he just manages to escape.
Michael's so lucky.
Yeah, I think Cernine was just going easy on him. Didn't want to get banned for hacking. But it does seem like they've got a minor Uber advantage on the side of Michael. They probably won't know about it though, so they probably won't end up seeing anything from it. We do... Oh no, Johnny just switching off Spy again. We'll just have the NG instead, and we'll be another stalemate. I miss cough maps already.
Superior game mode.
The Bonk's taken lobby again, is spamming away. They might try and get a sack or something. But it'll be a bit awkward trying to sack in with a sentry, even with Shooter trying to pistol it down. Johnny is back on his main again. We'll see the Johnny sniper hopefully. It looks like we have gotten to our first pause of the map. Now who do you reckon dropped out from the server?
Probably one of the Asians.
Actually, there's a very good chance of that. I'm just hoping it isn't Slayer accidentally disconnecting. Perhaps Michael had a bad internet crash or something. Surely that, well, now we know that the server's actually lagging for both teams. That's the cause of the pause. So, in the meantime, we'll just keep waiting. I mean, surely if it's an evenly lagging between both teams, they could just play on. You know, it could be an added challenge for the gamers here, but unfortunately, they're not keen on it. This is a quick slide server here, so I mean, there has been some issues in the past with DDoSes and the likes, especially for streamed games. So I hope that isn't the culprit of these issues at all. In the meantime, we'll just be waiting through the pause there. One of the I thought it was quite a powerful collapse we saw that got Hungry Eagle Day all the way to pushing Psychology Majors last, like the stat choke, and then the chase all the way to door 1 just went so badly for the side of Psychology Majors. They just couldn't get out in time. They just kept losing players. Luckily though, the cap time from second saved them. Now we're back on a even Uber fight. Do you reckon, Meff, this will be Johnny's time to shine as sniper?
Absolutely not. Don't think he's gonna hit anything.
Well, while I admire your realism, I remain candidly optimistic that he'll hit an amazing shot that will get on stream. Judging from the rest of his sniper experience he's had on Process so far, I don't think we'll get to enjoy such a thing though tonight. Instead, we'll probably end up just trading body shots. Bread might, one of the Hungry Eagle Day players may end up switching over. Who knows? So we have just heard from our wonderful producer that all of Quixelite servers are actually being DDoSed at the moment. So I hope that's because of, well, I hope that's not because of the wonderful CappingTV stream, but as a protest against some other competitor or the likes. So we're hearing now that most of the streams, in fact all of the streams, are actually having issues at the moment. So I mean, this is a bit unfortunate. We've actually been hearing about this a lot recently. If any of you guys are part of the announcements channel for Quixelite Discord, where there has been somebody or some group, we don't know yet, who has been DDoSing Quix servers. It's kind of interesting. They've been saying about all this mitigation infrastructure that they've been putting in, well, Coden and his wonderful team's been putting in, but unfortunately it doesn't seem to be working well enough. We'll just remain paused in the meantime. Do you think there's a chance Meff will be seeing an return of the ozfortress servers?
Pretty gross if we do.
I mean, the ozfortress servers, they used to be good, but I mean, there's many players who have the view that they're not quite as strong as they used to be. I don't know, I mean, at this stage, though, it's probably a better option to use a slightly worse server for, like, ozfortress.
They aren't just slightly worse, though. Considerably worse.
I mean, what's the major issues you experience when you're playing on ozfortress servers?
They just like lag out for like 5 minutes for no real reason.
Not if it's been such a long time since I've played an ozfortress server now that, well, that I don't even remember what my issues used to be with them.
Yeah, they're pretty pitiful at the moment.
I've actually been a huge fan of the shift we've seen for quick select servers towards like providing for leagues, especially the resurgence of the Brazilian TF2 scene, which is wonderful to see. I mean, that's been pretty awesome for Quicks, and we've got actually the Quicks Premium that's came out, which is quite a cool idea, allowing you to support your local server infrastructure. Big shout out to Coden and the guys for providing all the wonderful service that we get to enjoy as ozfortress, and I suppose now in Brazil and Asia Fortress. Still just paused, we're still waiting on an update or anything, and just if anything will change or whether the DDoS attack will be abated. In the meantime, guys, we might end up switching over, taking a short break from the cast until we get back into the game. Thank you very much, and stay tuned. We'll hopefully be back soon. And we are back, guys. The pause has stopped. Looks like everyone's back at the server again. And we're back again. Bread does die here, and it looks like our dear Figgy has disappeared again.
They're coming through lower.
Coming through low here, and looks like they have used on the side of Slayer. Don't know. My HUD is actually broken though, so I don't know if Michael has used yet. Michael does drop. And we're back again, and it looks like Slayer did actually survive that. Bonk, Michael's up with 0% Uber, and they're trying to take control of mid. Johnny's jumping forwards here. Bread damages them a lot, and they're trying to control mid. Yeah, and it looks like we're having a classic mid fight again. The soldiers on the side of Psychology Mages are not healthy though, and neither are some of the scouts. Lol is coming in, though they have lost 2 on the side of Hungry Eight All Day. Now it does look like that the real winner though is, well of this game, is actually our dear, well, Hungry Eight All Day, and we're seeing in chat that they're just talking about the server issues now, so that must have been the pause. Well, the pause coming up soon. Well, it looks like we may be back for another pause, which isn't ideal. So I suppose maybe the DDoS issues and things have been continuing on. So we know that it's about, what, is it a minute or 30 seconds in the future that the issues have actually happened. So we don't know yet what's happened. Maybe someone's had some especially bad lag, or maybe it's just everyone going on with the DDoS issues. Now, this is another unfortunate event and things. I understand that everyone else is, well, a lot of other streams are having issues at the moment as well. I think that's just all of Quicks getting targeted. So maybe in the meantime, hopefully Coden was going to successfully abate these issues. Until then, we'll just keep waiting. So again, thank you very much for tuning in tonight to your premier casting organisation, CappingTV. And we'll throw you guys back to music again. So in the meantime, when the next unpauses and we next know of the things, or we next know that the issues have been sorted, just come on back. We'll be back again. Thank you very much. Stay with us.
Pause, bro. Sweet ass.
Have you done us yet?
I'm just gonna mute my microphone and we can just fucking chill and shoot the shit. I feel like that's the best course of action. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, for the persistent DDoSing issues. It is, as the Zoomers say, incredibly cringe. And I was telling our lovely casters today that I'm of the opinion that these guys, whoever's DDoSing it, should just be sent to ISIS and we let them take care of it. And it'd probably be a really good thing for the community, even the world. So we appreciate everybody who is sticking around and not bailing, but at 10:30 at night, after 10 minutes of persistent DDoSing of the servers, I wouldn't blame you if you did. So, you know, a big shout outs both again to Jager and Meff for both casting. Very last second too. Unfortunately, we had some people bail on us, but you know that happens. And they've been doing a great job tonight. So give them a virtual round of applause. That's all I got to say. And apparently that's all any of us have to say as well. Jaeger's probably
Apologies.
stuffing his face full of food.
Apologies, no, I haven't actually eaten today yet, so I'm looking forward to my first meal of the day. Well, first meal of yesterday when we come back again. So that's something to look forward to at the game. Fortunately, we're a bit delayed with the DDoSing things. But again, it's okay. Like, thank you very much for coming out and sticking around with us, even with these DDoS things. It is, if I'm honest, a little bit unfortunate, a little bit annoying, you know, coming with these issues. But I mean, there's much we can do, and I'm sure that Quicksight's doing everything they can to kind of solve and figure out who's actually doing this. If the person who is doing this is on the stream, please stop. We don't like it. It's not fun for anybody. Yeah, but thank you very much again, guys.
Apparently the teams are changing servers. So I'm going to mute myself to give Jaeger and Meff just one tick of advice. So you guys won't be able to hear this, but they will. All right, the advice has been dished out.
That's right, guys, and we're hopefully going on to some new TF2 soon. We don't really know. Well, we're still moving on to a new TF2 server soon, but in the meantime, we'll just have to keep on waiting and hope that we can kind of find a solution and see the rest of this awesome match played out. So, thank you very much, guys. We are just talking with ozfortress admins and Quickslide as well. We are just trying to figure out things. In the meantime, I'm sure Quicks is doing all they can. Again, thank you for sticking with us.
Yeah, viewers, I am just going to, again, send it to a break. So we'll see you when we're back from the break. This has been CappingTV and a couple of guys. We'll be back in a bit.